Hi guys, welcome to Introduction to the Python. So I'll be going through the content that we did in the recorded session. So why Python first of all? So Python has been getting a wide demand recently because of its flexibility and ease of programming. To first provide a context, programming in general basically means how do we program these computer systems to follow the given instructions. We try to provide instructions step by step, what has to be done, and the systems will run through those. In the background, these are all like machine language, which is 1010s in a binary label. On top of it, there is the assembly language, on top of it, there are this low level language, and on top of it, there are high level languages. There are many different programming languages which are available in the market, but Python has gained a lot of popularity. We will see why. So programming, because of Python, has not been just limited to programmers and engineers nowadays. Everyone can use Python for their day-to-day activities, any kind of automations and simple tasks they want to work. So not just programmers and engineers, but every person can use this automation with Python because of its ease of use. As compared to C, C++, assembly, Go, Java, these higher level languages, uh, Python is very simple and it is a scripting language. Now, with scripting, what happens is the system tries to run the things one by one and it doesn't have to just run at a single go. With programming, it becomes very easy for us to turn our ideas into reality. So there are many ideas. For example, let's say stock market prediction, or you want to automate some kind of data analysis reports that you do every day, or you want to develop a web application, or you want to develop your own website. Any kind of ideas that you have, turning it into reality with Python, it is possible because it has a very wide range of use cases which it supports. Python is everywhere. You name it, every company is using it. Every big company, even a small company, all these IT companies and even non-IT companies, Python is a must because it also powers this complex applications like AI, Gen AI, ML, data analytics, and all of these companies are using, and Python has a very good foundation in these applications. All the big companies like Google, Amazon, Netflix, NASA, Dropbox, or you name, like every company nowadays is using Python. No company will be there which will not be using Python. For at least like data analytics and machine learning, everyone will be using Python. Python is very simple and user friendly. The syntax and the programming style, all of it is very human friendly. Many of the constructs and language that we write, you will feel that it will match to the way we humans communicate with each other. That's why it has got very popular because of its simplicity. Many people, not just from programming background and even from non-programming background, people have started using it. I've been training Python and I've seen many people transition from a non-tech background to tech background after learning Python. It provides a different versatility. For example, you can use it in web development, you can use it extensively in data analysis, AI, ML, Gen AI, even in the IoT, we can use Python. One very important reason for Python to grow is the community support. As the adoption is very high, many people are using it. Whatever you would be starting with, or for example, a new person would be starting with, if he faces an issue, there is someone out there in the internet who has already faced that issue, have shown it to the community and also provided an answer. So if you try to search for some error, you will get a solution. Or even if you don't get a solution, you try to put your issue with the community, you will immediately get some support because more number of people are using it. They will be easily provide you with the response. Any programming language that has a less people using it, there the challenges are a bit high because not many people would be able to respond to you. But with Python, as the community is big, you can easily get your issues resolved. The other important part are the extensive set of libraries. Python provides a different set of libraries. Now, what is library first of all? Library allows people to work on some outcome and then they think that okay, let's provide this to the community. And when a next person uses that library, he has to just build on top of what that person has already done. So it allows a reusability where whatever is done by some person will be will be shared with the community outside world, and other people can use it and again build on top of it. And those people can again compile it as a library and share it with other people. With that, people don't have to keep on doing repetitive actions. So if someone has already done it, you can just build on top of it. That's how you build a speed. So you don't do a repetitive thing which is already done. The first goal always is to see whether someone has already done it and then build on top of it if it is not. Just building something from the scratch for learning is good, but in actual use cases, you have to use whatever is already there and build on top of it in a faster way. Installation, there are multiple options present to install Python. One is like Python website. From there you can download the exe which will help you to install Python. But other popular version is the Anaconda. Anaconda has this Jupyter notebooks and Jupyter labs which are a very extensively used code editors for working with Python. For our case, we will be using the integrated code editor present within the Vidvata, which will help us to, uh, we don't need to do any kind of an installation. Even if you're working from office or even if you're working from, or you're not able to install, you don't want to install, you can still use this online IDE version. So no need of installation for the learning purpose. Once you start building some good applications, then you would need this tools. And even one more tool is the VS Code, which is not listed here, but that is again a very important tool for developing the Python applications. How to master Python programming language? One is like a regular practice. You have to regularly practice different type of problems, different type of challenges, and keep on building your knowledge. Even if you leave it for some time, you will start forgetting things. Even like for me, who I'm like doing it from a good time, if I leave it for like 1 month, I will face some difficulty to start coding again. It will require again a new rhythm for me to get started. So for any new beginners, once you start, I would highly recommend that you should provide it a good practice. Join some kind of a community. Like we have the WhatsApp group where you can ask any questions. But similarly, if you can have like other communities where you can join and ask people questions to get your issues solved. Facing mistakes is one important part of your whole learning process. You should not run from mistakes. If you face errors, that's like a good thing. You are trying to learn something new, or you have tried to try something which would be possible or which would not be possible, but you at least get to know that okay, this is possible and this is not possible. So if you keep on doing mistakes, you don't know what you get to know what doesn't work. So as you keep on trying more and more, you get to learn that okay, this thing works and this thing doesn't work, and that's where you start building your knowledge. So mistakes are very important. If you're stuck with something you're not able to get out, always reach out. reach out to the WhatsApp group that we have, to me or anybody, and where like you're stuck, you try to resolve those issues and move forward. But don't get stuck and stop at that point. Always keep on moving ahead. Okay, thank you, and we will start with other practical sessions.